Alright, today we're going to take a look at MLA citation. We've talked about citing our sources and recording in a proper format. So today we're going to take the information you've recorded as you've taken notes about the author and the website and the place of publication and put that together into a formal style, citing our sources properly. The format we're going to use is MLA. This is the format you will use in high school here in Davidson County. First of all, what is a citation? We've talked about this word several times, but it is a reference to your source. In other words, a citation tells your readers where you gathered your information. It's like an address. If one of your friends is telling you that they're throwing a great birthday party this weekend and they want you to come over and have a great time and spend the weekend, if they never give you their address, they never tell you where they live, you're going to miss out on a great time. A citation is similar. You found some great information. You've recorded some great notes. You're ready to present this to us and to present to the magazine your topic and your information. But if you didn't come up with the information on your own, you need to cite that source. You need to tell us where this information came from. There are several things you need to know in order to correctly cite in MLA format. What do I need? We're going to start out with some easy citations for books with one author. Those are the easiest to cite, and we're going to practice together with some text in the classroom. For a book with one author, you need the author's last name, the author's first name, the title of the book, the place of publication, the name of the publisher, and the date of that publication. From the book that I've given you, as I've come around to each table, you need to find the following information. Go ahead and take a few minutes to find the author's last name, first name, title of the book, place of publication, name of the publisher, and date of publication. I'm going to pause here so that you may find that information. Okay, now that you've found that information and filled out your chart, what do I do with it? You're going to place your information in the following order. An MLA citation has an order to follow, just like your address has an order to follow. You have the name, you have the street number, the street name, an apartment number if there is one. You have the city, the state, and the zip code. For a book with one author, you have the author's last name, then the first name. Underline the title of the book. You have the place of publication, the publisher, and the date of publication. I'm going to pause again in just a minute, and I would like you to take your information and place it in the correct format on your paper. Now that you've done this, let's take a look and check our work with what you see up on the screen. You should have Taylor, Theodore, the Weirdo underlined. New York, Avon Books, 1993. Notice that I've indented on the second line. With MLA citation, when you go to the second or even third line if needed, you make sure that you indent. That way we know it's all a part of that one citation. Let's try the next book with your partner. Once again, you need the same information. So I'm going to pause so you can gather this information from the next book that I give you. Now that you've gathered this information, I would like you to put it in the correct order, just like you did with the other book. We're going to pause again so that you have time to do this. Now that you've put the needed information in the correct order, let's check our work. How did you do? Take a moment to make any necessary corrections. We're going to pause again, and on your own, you're going to write down the MLA citation for the novel you brought with you to class today. I'll come around and check. Once your work has been checked, you may begin reading your book while waiting on everyone to get to the same point. I'm going to pause until this step is completed. All right, now that we've all created an MLA citation on our own, let's move on to some other types of sources that you've used that are a little more difficult to cite. For a website, you still need the author of the website and the title of the article. You need the title of the website, publisher, the day, the month, and the year it was published, the word web to let us know it's a website and not a print. You also need to know the day, month, and year the article was accessed, or the day that you read the article. Remember, we talked about in nonfiction, things are always changing, and especially with the internet, articles and information change constantly, so we need to know the day that it was published, as well as the day that you read the article and recorded information. Once you do that, you have a similar order to put that in, just like you did with a book. Notice how with a website it's much more complicated than a book with one author. And in fact, many of the sources that you've researched with your unit are much more complicated to cite, such as books with editors, journals, newspapers. They all have different requirements. There's no way to memorize all those formats, and there are books and references you can use to help you with that citation. But the easiest way for us to accomplish this task is through online citation makers. These make your life so much easier. A favorite one of mine is Citation Machine. You put the required information in, click Create My Citation. It's put in the correct format for you. Within your Google Docs account, we will add on EasyBib, and I will show you how to use EasyBib within your document to create a works cited page in a lesson tomorrow. Many of you found sources on NCWiseOwl. NCWiseOwl has its own citation maker that will create the citation for you and place it within your Google Docs works cited page that you've already created. So MLA Citation, make sure you're citing your sources, make sure you're recording information about place of publication, title, author, and dates, and use those citation makers to make sure you are properly citing your sources. In future lessons, we will go into the computer lab together and work with these online citation makers to see how much easier that will make your life with your writing project.